So with that, that's how we have come up with the team who are in front of you. So, distinguished members, our guests, it is my honor to welcome you to this auspicious occasion of our 43rd AGM, and I thank God that all of us are safe and protected, and who has given us this opportunity to ensure that we really have this AGM. So ensure that you know each other, whoever you are sitting next to, interact. Even those who are online, I'm sure you could also be scrolling and seeing who has also joined. It is important that at any given time that we interact as we say thanks to God. Of course, Wana-Anga Sacco is a deposit-taking Sacco. That's why we have branded ourselves a DT. And to that extent, the regulator normally licenses Saccos. Only 175 Saccos in this country are licensed by SASRA. And you are one of them. Can you clap yourself? Clap for Wana-Anga. You know, we've got over 20,000 Saccos, or I mean cooperatives, but in terms of the Saccos, 175, and you are there, it means that really you are recognized by the government. And more important is that we have fulfilled all the conditions set by the government and the regulators to ensure that you operate as required. So, on our membership, we have had a slight increase. I will not say it's very encouraging. I know our core members are from the government, civil service. I know the government has not been employing so much, but nevertheless, we can see that there is a slight increase from 3,363 to 3,337. From 3,337 to 3,363. That is at the end of the year. And some of the members have not been active. Active means that you just brought your money there, your deposits, all your share capital, but on regular basis you are not adding more. If you stay for more than 6 months without touching an account, even in the banks, if you have got a bank account, for instance, and you stay there, you are not withdrawing, you are not, depositing, you are classified in a different category. And this is why I want to urge members, if you are just only having the shareholding, it is important that you become active. Okay? By giving us, however little it may be, savings, okay, your share deposits, you can also increase your shareholding. You can, even if you have attained just the 25,000, that is the minimum. Why not go to 100 and so on and so forth? So when you are, even if you are a carry person and you have sold your property, you have sold your cow, you have sold your products, please ensure that you engage with the Sacco. And now that we have got the core banking system and we are partnering with the cooperative bank and we are told wherever you are, you bank there, then the money comes straight to us. So there's no reason why we should not be active. The bylaw says that if you are inactive, then you can be denied some privileges. So why should you be in that category? And of course, due to some economic hardships, you have seen some members, especially the formal sector, when they retire, some of them you have seen them exiting the Sacco. We understand that you may require some deposits, maybe to survive outside there before your pension and the rest comes. But If your pension comes, why don't you bring it back? We are able to save it even in fixed deposits. We give you interest. You can also boost your shareholding. All the withdrawable deposits. So there is all the options that you have. So let us not just exit. Let us maintain, because that is where you are able to get the service. Let me tell you, some of us now are already on exit. We have exited the service. Outside there is difficult. Even getting a loan is, unless you go to the Sacco, there's nowhere. The bank may look at you and ask you, are you capable? When you don't have a payslip, it can be a problem. But when you come to the Sacco and you have saved with us, we'll give you, because we know you. So I would really urge the members, those who are in the formal sector and perhaps they are exiting the service, you just retain your membership and you continue. On the issue of capital adequacy, we got various ratios that as a regulator we are supposed to attain. And I want to say here that we have attained all those ratios. Of course, there is one that is a moving target. It's called institutional capital. The more asset you have, the more you are supposed even to have that as a reserve. So this institutional capital is a moving target, but I want to say today, as we sit here, we have achieved 7.39% as compared to the 8%. The regulator says that you must have 8. Not many circles have achieved this. In fact, when we are at 7.39, you need to congratulate yourself and say we are moving on. We started from 6.87 in 2021. We went to 6.9 in 2022, 7.05, and so on. So you can see we are progressively moving forward. Members' shares and deposits, we have seen again a slight increase in members' share capital. These are the non-withdrawable shares. And I want to say here that you are aware that we have got a share trading platform. These shares are not withdrawable, but they are transferable. Okay? To the extent that you can decide to transfer those shares to your friend, your family, or to the member of the Sacco. And we have created a platform on the comfort of your phone. You can float your shares and another member see it and buy it. Okay? So this is an area that we really need to look at. Don't stick there to the 25. I know there are some members who have done very good in the share capital. Some of them are in hundreds of thousands. And when we declare dividends of 15%, you can see the kind of money that they take. So it is important that we work on our share capital, because that is the ownership. It shows the ownership of the Sacco. Just like in the bank, if you are a shareholder, then you must show how many shares you have. Then of course the withdrawable deposits, we have also seen a small increase from 650 million to 661 million. That is last year. Which again, I would also encourage you. You remember even last year we passed a resolution that when you take a loan, 1% of the loan after taken goes into the shares deposit that you have. It is still your money. This is the money that even when you want to exit and you want it, we give you. So, and you continue earning rebates on it and taking loan against it. So it's important that again we continue increasing on this. Loan to members, and of course you know that the primary objective of the Sacco is for you to save and then you get loans. That is a major activity of the Sacco. So if you don't If you don't save and you're only borrowing, then you are not patronizing really. Own it. So to that extent, you see that the gross loan book slightly decreased from 980 million in 2023 as compared to last year, which is 911 million. We can understand, of course, the economic hardship that we've been having and the kind of levies that have been introduced by the government, the housing, the SHA and the rights. But you will notice that in the Sacco is where you can be able to get money to do your business in the most comfortable manner. So we have just launched the core banking today, and I know members have got reactions on it, and therefore this is a tool that is going to help all of us grow. Okay, because unlike the previous system where things were not on your hands, right now the core banking that you've just launched is really going to be a game changer. And of course you are aware that the digital loaning system, the Wana-App, I'm sure many of you are taking it. This is a loan that you don't require any guarantee. You can take it any time of the night, day, even if you're in the mass. I think our system is able to get us even if you're in the rocket, isn't it? See you. Yeah, wherever you are, you just launch it and you get that emergency that you wanted to handle at that particular time. It has got no human intervention. It's just a system that we have put through Wana-App. My only issue here is that I really want members to ensure that you pay. Repay, please. Because it's supposed to be repaid within 1 month. Okay? If you overstay, the interest continue accumulating. It is meant to relieve you from a certain emergency. And that's why you have moved it from 10,000 from where when we started to 30,000. So we are progressively moving. And of course, this amount is also pegged with your shares, share deposits. If you are not saving with us, the system looks at you and it will classify you at 10. Sini kweli? If you have got more shares, the system will classify you at 30. If you are defaulter, the system will look at you and tell you you qualify for 0. So some members have been calling me, telling me, oh chairman, I'm unable to go through Wana-App. Namuuliza, when did you take the last Wana-App? Umelipa. Oh chairman, you know, the system knows. It's not the chairman. Even if I want, I cannot interfere with the system. So please ensure that you pay. And if you don't pay, the only cash here we have is your dividends, and the rebates are going to be attached, because if you approve the dividends today, of course we are going to distribute them very soon, because we are aware that children are going to school on Monday. Sini kweli? But before we give you, we also look at you and say, ile uko naye upatie Kaisari. Sini kweli? Yes. Let's be responsible to that extent. And in the event, of course, bigger loans, if you don't pay, of course you have engaged the debt collectors. These debt collectors, it is not our wish to have them. And it's not our wish that our guarantors suffer. But if a member decides not to pay, that is an impunity, isn't it? And let me tell you, over the years, I've been in this circle for quite some time. Most of the defaulters who defaults are people who are able. Wengine hata wameenda US, wengine wako wapi, wengine wamekuwa big people in the county. They are earning well. Lakini anasema wacha. So why can't we follow such a person? If you are neighbor and we know, we always call you, and we have a flexible way of, because we are human. Okay? So, these debt collectors, again, I want to say, they are not paid by the Sacco. It is you who have defaulted. We wrote a percentage, 10% of the loan that you have defaulted. That 10% will go to pay the debt collector. Hatujaajiri debt collectors, sisi. The debt collector will collect the money and on top add a percentage because of those inconveniences that you bring to the Sacco. So please ensure that we don't go to that extent, including taking you to the CRB. You know CRB? Credit Reference Bureau. We have already put them, as I said, in the launch. Even our account banking system is able now to link and take you directly to CRB and the debt collector. In terms of the capacity building, I'm happy to report that we had a very successful education day. I'm happy that you all attended and the members appreciated. Maybe we'll hear the comments later on, and we will continue ensuring that this kind of education and training, both to the members, to the boards, to the supervisory, we are able to partner with our teams to ensure that members are up to date. I'm happy even when our ICT person was demonstrating how you need to go through the system for you to be able to see your statements and the rights. We are always open. Even if you are stuck, I know some of us are not in that technology. We ensure that we walk through you. Even if you come to the office, we will show you how you go about it. Usijali, we are with you. Okay? So, biodata and next of kin, these are the area that, again, I want to mention. Because we have been singing this song for quite some time, that you are supposed to ensure that you have given us, you have filled a form called the next of kin and also dependents. This is in the event that you are not there. What I mean by not there is you are deceased. You see, all your benefits are supposed to go to your dependents. Those dependents, you are supposed to put them in percentage. If you love your wife so much and you put 100%, sioni sawa. Lakini ukitaka kuongeza kijana yako, ukitaka kuongeza mtoto yako, you put the percentage that you want. Okay? And we are not here in this earth permanently. So let us be prepared. Just like going to heaven, si lazima from file zetu zikuwe tayari. I'm saying this with a lot of passionate appeal because we have had some unfortunate situations. When you go to the file, nothing. The next of kin is the person who is supposed to be contacted in case you are not there. So that can also show the rest of the dependents, and you have put the dependents there. So it is very critical that really, we are almost thinking that if you have not filled your next of kin and dependents, we can also deny you some services so that we compel you to, unless there's a good reason why you should not be able to put it. Because at the end of the day, if none is done, you are supposed to take by law your benefits to unclaimed financial asset authority. It's called UFA. So don't allow your money to go to be taken there. And once we take it there, as Wana-Anga, we don't have control. Okay? Once it's taken to UFA and it's by law, if that money stays in Wana-Anga for 5 years, then we are bowed. So please help us to ensure that this next of kin and the nominees are updated. Yes, again, I want to thank you members because with our strategic plan, one of the key areas that we mentioned about, we got 4 pillars. And we have progressively and successfully been implemented this plan. One of it is what we have just done this today, changing our system, migrating, and ensuring that members are up to date and you are able to interact with us anytime and real time. And for sure, with these 4 pillars, that is finance, internal, people, and our customers, we are ensuring that we progressively move, and we have got an implementation matrix, and we are monitoring, and we are happy, especially in a customer pillar. We have seen feedback, and that's why we say in the core banking we have got ticketing. We have seen even members giving us feedback that even our staff have changed. Siku hizi ukipiga simu inachukuliwa. Siku hizi ukija kwa ofisi you are respected. That's what we are receiving from you. That's a kind of relationship that we ought to create, so that when we move forward, we move as a team. And congratulations to the CEO team and the management, the staff, for that kind of a change. Because the customer, the member, is the king and must be protected. We have, of course, our medical cover, what we call Wana-Anga, and in spite of the fact that this cover is optional, it was just meant to ensure that if you are sick, in spite of the fact that you are covered by SHI or CHA or whatever it is, or AR or CIC and the others, before they even come and do the rest, we are there for you. We are able to give you like 40K, hata kama ni matuda, even if they are taken care of the bills, we still come and play with you, na tunakuambia pole. Si ni kweli? So ensure that you cover yourself, cover your dependents, you know, so that this facility has got doesn't have many members, but I think members are not very much aware of it. That's why I'm also making an appeal. Ensure you contact us, see how you can benefit out of this. Even if CHA is not working, you still get something from Wana-Anga. It does not matter whether your bill has been paid by any other insurance. For us, so long as you've been hospitalized in hospital and you have got a claim form, we will give you our maximum stipulated. We again have the what we call the EBF, that is the Exit and Benevolent Fund. This is on death. If by any means you don't survive in hospital through Wana-Anga, then we also take care of you. And we are aware that the primary member is a must. We used to have a situation whereby our members pass on, and Wana-Anga cannot just sit there and do nothing. So we came with this EBF and say, let us all be contributing 200 bob. 200 in a year is how much? 2,400. Si ni kweli? But in case our member passes on, because it's like Karambi, we give you 100,000. We give your dependent 100,000. Sio itasaidia familia hata kupatia wewe a decent burial. Besides the other harambes you are doing, Wana-Anga ikileta 100,000, that is already a boost, isn't it? That's why we made it compulsory, because we did not want any of us to suffer. But for the dependents, they are optional. If you want to cover your parents, if you want to cover your spouse, if you want to cover your children, it is optional. But again, it is important that we take advantage of this cover. For the other dependents, you can pay the 100 bob and you are still covered individually. If you are covering the parents and the father and the mother are there, then you pay the 200. Each 100, 100. If they are a child, each 100. Okay, because they are individually taken care of by this facility. Yes, I want to mention something to do with Cusco, because I'm sure you have been seeing in the social media and everywhere about Cusco, and I wanted to ensure that I don't leave this podium hanging. Of course, Cusco, you have seen it has had challenges recently, and the commissioner, the Minister of Cooperative, they have seen it wise that those circles who had saved with the Cusco, because they are unable to operate to the extent of almost being liquidated, the money that you have saved there need to be provided for. For us, and by the way, Cusco is the umbrella body of all Saccos. And we've been having them over the years without any problem. But recently, when they had those challenges, governance issues, that's where many Saccos had saved with them in their finance programs a lot of money. But for us, we only decided to be buying shares, or what we call the equity shares. And over the years, since those 1980s, we had accumulated 717,000. And this is the money we have been told, since it may not be recoverable, we need to provide for it. Providing means that whatever profit you have had, you need to write it off. We are lucky, let me tell you, because some Saccos, for your information, had put millions and millions of money. But I want to thank this board, because when we looked at the signals we went through, you know, this department is known for forecasting, yeah? Forecasting. So these board members, as forecasters, waliona hapa kuna nini? We stopped all the other activities with Cusco. We only went to the bare minimum, because it was more or less a compulsory you patronize. So we were giving very little. This is a much we had accumulated for over close to 30 years. So you can see, with your permission, we have to write it off. In any case, a requirement as we sit here, and Sansara, if they are here, they'll tell you so. And I can see the auditor nodding, because he's aware what he has done in providing for that money. I want to talk about COP holding scholarships, and I'm happy that Cooperative Bank, they are here. Let me say that COP holding has been having scholarships for the societies, Saccos, whereby for needy children who are in their primary and they want to move to the secondary. Some children are totally unable to move because they are destitutes. That means they don't have their parents. They are passed on. That's one of the criteria, that you must be very needy. You must also be bright. Previously, they used to talk of 350 marks and above. I hear those of you who have got children in school, the system has changed. You know me, I'm talking of grandchildren now. So I don't know what now the marks the government is going to put, isn't it? But the criteria will still be there. So if you have got a needy child, and the family has been a cooperative movement, please identify them. Even if it's your neighbor, is your member, or any other person, they have got passed very well as per the government regulation that the marks will be put. Please, we will be giving the form so that you can nominate them. Our work as a cooperative is to forward them to the team. There's a committee that is formed that evaluates who is the most needy, because again, they cannot be able to take care of everybody. So they prioritize and they see, yes. And through this process, we have had members bringing needy children, and they have benefited through Wana-Anga. So this will be coming especially next year, when the exams are out, when they are progressing to the other grades, so that we are able to assist through that process. Yes, and finally, I really want to appreciate my board members for the hard work that they have been doing. I know sometimes they sweat even up to the night, cracking their heads. It's not easy to do this supervisory. They have also been very, very helpful to us, even to align where we think that things can be done better. The staff and all the members for your dedication It has been a good time, I must say. You have given me good support. They are our director again, our patron, the Ministry of Cooperative, SASRA, and all the stakeholders whom we have been collaborating with. And as I said, among them they are here, like CIC, Bank, and even our auditor. That kind of support that we have gotten from all of you, nasema asante sana na Mungu ambariki. Thank you.
Before we say anything on the report, we have to accept it by adopting it, and you must allow me to get the proposer and the seconder so that you can be able to react on the report. Proposer and the seconder, both online and those who are in here with me. Nancy, membership? Huh? 2293, Nancy. 2293. Seconder? Leonie, ladies. Amechukua. Membership? 3136. Name? Good. Thank you. Now it is open. I think the chair has given an elaborated report, but I would really propose that because now we have a very enhanced system, if we can be able to get your comments, but if it is so urgent, we can discuss it here. If you can still send it to us for further research and possibly doing it better, then you can also appreciate that. If it is very much urgent on the reaction on the chairman's report, then I would allow. You say your name and possibly your number.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Steve Okumu, member number 5179. Just a pointer about the Wana-Anga thing. So I was also just trying to inquire if at all, because I know Wana-Anga as officials and Wana-Anga Sacco as it stands, they have a medical cover, and currently we are really struggling with our medical cover, the SHA. What if some of your members who happens to be in the civil service, maybe they are willing to be contributing, even if you deduct some of us, we make an agreement that each and every month you deduct this so that we can be included in that package that you have for your medical cover. Is it workable or not? Thank you.
Thank you for the question. As the chairman has noted it, he'll react on that. Robert?
I have the mic. I can ask my question.
You have somebody has a mic?
Yes.
Oh, go ahead, please.
Good morning. The
I would
chair.
really appreciate if a member stands up so that members can also see you.
I'm Stella Mamaya, member number 1433. And my question goes to the chair. When you talked about members who are retiring, if you look in this room, I can tell you for a fact, majority are above 50. And as you had already mentioned that once we retire, we'll consider coming to Wana-Anga as the first option. But do you have a plan, a better plan that I may consider? Or are there incentives? Or how will you convince me that let my money stay in Wana-Anga so that I can come maybe take a loan? Where will I even get people to guarantee me? So I believe you should be having a strategy on how to convince us to be able to remain still in Wana-Anga.
Thank you. I'm coming to you. Robert?
Thank you, Chairman, for the good report. I was able to grab a little bit at the end tail, even though my colleague is saying that I've just arrived. Yeah, my comment is on Cusco. I know Cusco stood up with the Saccos for many years. It's unfortunate that it has sunken. I want to comment on the directive given by the SASRA, or ask a question that SASRA directed the cooperatives to write off whatever these cooperatives had with the Cusco. I don't know whether I got you right. Was the directive was that you write off or you make a provision that in any case that there would be some little money recoverable from Cusco, it would be distributed to the cooperative societies. That little bit I wanted to know, because I know even if Cusco was going down, there must have been even a spoon that can be sold and be prorated to the members or to the cooperative societies. I know many cooperative societies have lost a lot of money. I've seen the list. Many have lost millions to the Cusco. That's the little bit I wanted to know. And if the directive was write-off, why was it a write-off? You know, it has so many things that comes to somebody's mind. That could somebody have migrated from Cusco to Sasra and wants everything to go down so that they are not followed? Thank you.
Thank you, Chairman and members. I'll be very brief. First of all, Stella and Robert have already asked two of the questions that I wanted to ask. Before I ask a question, I think I want to commend Chair that we have walked a journey. When I see launches like this, they make me make sure that I come to be a witness. I remember there are days when I could, you are transferred from Kericho to Kakamega. Then you want to apply for a loan, you are in Kakamega. You left all members who trust you in Kericho. So you have to take a matatu, go to Kericho, ndio kusainiwa form, panda gari, come to Nairobi, unapata hapa maneno iko shida, unapigia Muriuki simu, ongea na CEO, and you know you're supposed to go to Kakamega to be on duty. At least we have moved a journey. Congratulations. I'm happy that I'm part of that history. Kwa hivyo tuendelee kusonga mbele. I want to say the following. I don't know whether I'm saying or noting. And by the way, before I conclude, the transition that we are seeing in Wana-Anga, I think is what is yielding to this. If I look around you, the longest serving members of Wana-Anga are maybe you and him. This new blood that you are bringing in are bringing new ideas, and they also need to be given a pat on their backs.
Thank you.
What I wanted to say is you have given us this core banking, let me call it. One thing that's not clear is at what cost to members, so that we don't look like we are confused. You know, you get yourself in something and then along the line you are being told you are being deducted 20,000 shillings because of core banking, and you say, come on, I mean, so at least maybe you'll have to shed some light on what the costs. Just in agreement with what Madam Stella is saying, I think there's a committee, I don't know if there's a committee or a department, called the Education Committee, which to me has some loopholes. They might be educating people on things that are not relevant. One of the things that I think that is relevant to educating people is a day like this. I remember, okay, today I think we'll have 100%, so you might not complain. More than 3,000 members, when people come to vote, the highest person gets 500 votes. That's not a reflection of what we expect as members. We need to educate people on electioneering. We need to educate people on what Stella is saying, transition to retirement, so that at least I have something that I know, rather than just telling us everything that we know. You're telling us about Sasra, maybe it doesn't even help me. The other thing, I think Robert put it even clearer than what I wanted to put. The next of kin, IT, you are doing a good job, but there's always the next level. Sometimes I see so many messages on my phone from Wana-Anga. I think these messages can capture things like next of kin. Remind people that you have not paid, you have not updated your next of kin, rather than just telling me every day, Wana-Anga, blah, 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 what. No, that provision is there to give people information that pertains to their well-being. And I think if we can have those messages reminding people, next of kin, whether defaulter is defaulting here, they remind me. When next of kin is not there, they don't tell me. Thank you for talking too much.
Then Chairman will be able to react.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. This is Lucas Okach, member number 1232. First, I have to congratulate the chairman for his hard work with the team, because as per the Cusco, we've realized we only wasted, we have lost to 0.7. So if you divide that amongst member, I think it's just less than 700 shillings. Yeah? That is a good work. Number two, I also have to congratulate the chairman for the educational day. It was such a success. We never knew that Wana-Anga was having those many products that we saw in educational day. Okay, coming to BBF, we have these Gen Zs in the house, and you find that up to around 25 years, they are still depending on us. So I would wish the committee or the management to check whether BBF dependent age can be increased up, like the NHIF is doing, the SHA is doing, up to around 25 years. I think it's going to be okay. Regarding the recruitment, I've tried to convince my boys and girls to join Wana-Anga, lakini wananiuliza, daddy, nani atatuguarantee kama umeenda? So what Stella said, we should start thinking on how we can manage this fear, because it is a fear. Even me, have suffered from people have guaranteed. Some you find they are very able, but they are not paying, so you end up suffering. So I don't know, because collaterals will go for bigger loans, but what of this small loan? Yeah? What can we do so that our young Gen Zs are not scared of joining Wana-Anga? Thank you very much.
I think we'll give the chair an opportunity to not only the chair, the whole board, whoever feel that not such properly done, then you can come in and help. But I want to assure our members online that your questions, your input is being taken care of and all will be answered. So we are noting everything and all will be answered. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, members. It means that you are very tentative. Your attention was very high. That's why you are able to ask very important questions. On Wanameko, I started by saying that this product is voluntary. I think what the member was saying, since we are having challenges with CHA and the rights, this is the time that we really need this facility. What we were saying, can we make it compulsory? And that is a decision you may wish to make. Because at the end of the day, when the member is suffering, Wana-Anga is also suffering. Saidi uko kwa hospitali and you are unable to pay loans and you have to do harambis ndio utoe kwa hospitali, I think that's a good proposal that he is making. Whether the members will agree to that, that's a different story. But for now, members do contribute through their payroll. Okay, it comes automatically to Wana-Anga for those who have voluntarily agreed to it. Okay, so the amounts are already put. You had a different view? Can you come back?
Now it was moved to SHA. Currently, we are having so many challenges with SHA. One, you might go to the hostel, you are told, we cannot maybe treat you in this facility. Now you go to another hostel, the same. So what I was suggesting, as members, maybe who are civil servants, what if, because I know Wana-Anga maybe might be having their own medical cover, maybe with even, I don't know which one, maybe Brita, more CIC, or...
We have covered our stuff with AR.
Yeah, so that is what I was asking. What if the other members who are willing to give full contribution, so that they can be included in that package that you have as a group cover?
Thank you. Now I think it's well understood.
Thank you.
Let me say this. This group cover has been existing here. It came through Kenya Meteorological Department. Those of you who know Mr. Kahuha, he is the one who has been driving this process. Some of the members are covered here. What he is saying, can we, because of the SHA now, can we now incorporate the rest of the members? And the answer is yes. In fact, for me, I've just come back because of that problem. I've just said, can I also be incorporated in that? KMD, AAR, and the treasurer can also confirm that he himself has also. So I think, and we sensitized the board and we told them, if you are able to pay, is a group cover initiated by KMD, all of us can be able to. So the answer is yes. So then is CEO, any member who wants to join that cover, please let us know and you'll be put onboarded on the same. I think that's very good. It depends. You may wish to cover yourself only or your spouse, and the covers are also ranges. If you want to cover yourself 10 million, also the higher the rate is. So you will be given a range of choices so that you are able to choose, and then you are able to endorse, and an invoice will be brought. There's a lady called Nancy from AR. Those of you who are from KMD, you know her. So, and since you have covered our staff through that package, it is very easy to onboard the members. So, karibu sana. Incentives for those of us who are exiting the service. Let me tell you, you are better off with Wana-Anga than being alone outside there. One, as we said, if you have got your deposit here, some members have got even millions of, on hundreds of thousands. For small loans, you don't need even any guarantor. You can guarantee yourself. In fact, when you are retired, and I can say this with a lot of authority, this is not the time you go for development. This is a time you are supposed to look for yourself. Sinikweli, you require small money, not huge money to do big projects. Apana, kama hukufanya hiyo at 50 or below, forget about it. So these small things that you can be able to get, and we know you because you have been a member with us. With or without a guarantor, we can be able to help you out. And in any case, if you are still strong enough, because after all, see at Trump, how many years is he? He's still doing, if you are strong enough, and you still have very strong members outside there, even at 7 and above, who are doing big things. We have our product in terms of the collaterals. Be it your title deed, be it your car logbook, be it the chairs that you have, that you own, then you come and we take it as a guarantee. So Stella, there's so much incentives that we have. Me, I'm not leaving Wana-Anga anytime because I know the benefits, and you better join me. Robert, it was a provision, not a write-off. And I hope that less the matter. I wanted, some members, because you understand the accounts and everything, but some members may not understand what is the difference between a provision and the write-off. Actually, is a provision, such that if by any means the assets of Cusco are sold, they are able also to distribute back to the society. So it's a provision, not a write-off. Okay, and the auditor knows better than myself. The core banking system, yeah, thank you, Boosted, for really telling us that members are benefiting out of this. The cost of technology is not cheap, let me tell you. If I start in 2008, when we acquired that system, it was allowed $1 million plus then. Today, with the same dollar and the currencies, things have changed, and the new features. So this system, as we talk, we were lucky, I would say, because most of the systems are way above even what you are able to afford. We have seen in the corporate movement, Sacco spending hundreds of millions on the core banking. Ask the bank how much they spent. You'll be surprised. I don't want them to say, but I know. But I want to say that we are lucky. For us, with the negotiation team that we had, and with the kind of experience that we had, we have gone about 10 million with this system. So you can see migrating from where we are and where we are. So it's not a secret, so it's good. And as I said, we had even to seek authority from SASRA, and it was also provided in the budget for this kind of activity to move on. You also talked about the delegate system. Yes, I understand, because you used to have delegate system. We were not really, Wana-Anga has never had a delegate system, because delegate system, the rest of the members will not be here. We used to have what we call representatives. And the way KMD is going, the informal sector are overtaking. They are overtaking the formal sector. In fact, if you look at the membership of Wana-Anga right now, and I showed the graph during the last education day, we are not even half of the informal sector. So I know the representatives were helping us, and indeed even now they can help us in terms of recruitments, like the one he was talking about. And that time we were not having hybrid system where members were able to come and even be able to know what's happening. So it's a discussion that can still have the representative, and I throw back to the board to see the viability of the same moving forward. Yes, Boosted?
I was talking about education. When we are members that in fact hybrid, I expect the turnout more. So out of 3,000, I expect somebody like but telling you that the highest report was 500 out of 3,000. It's not a very good installation of what members want.
Okay. I see. I think he has got a point. We need to go a notch higher in terms of ensuring. He's talking about the votes. Those who are logging, sometimes they are higher than even those who go to vote. But I agree with you. We have made the system easier. You can log in wherever you are. I think the market team, the HR, should be able to look at that and see the reasons why some members are not able to to be with us. Karibu sana, madam. Okash, yes, EBF for our children below, above 25, because currently we have put our children, once you are above 25 years, you are supposed to join Wana-Anga. We encourage them even to have homes and even families. So if they over rely on us, they may never grow. No, it's 25, and 25 is good enough. Even covers, they say, unless it's depending on you and it's in school. So, but we can still, maybe, if things are changing, we can still look at that policy, maybe put it a bit slightly higher to see if it can serve for those. In terms of motivating these Gen Zs, because they are the future, I think we need not be analog. Yes, we need to be in tune with this young generation. That is why we have introduced products like Wana-Anga. Tell them that at a comfort, even if you are enjoying yourself, wherever they earn, and the bill has gone up, na huna ya kulipa, utaitisha kwa Sacco. We are looking for those innovative products that are going to be in tune with our young generation, because if we don't get in tune with them, I can tell you, the movement will be gone. And it's not only us. We were in with the CIC team, and that's the same question was being raised. What are we doing to respond to the needs of the young generation that we have? So I can say with a lot of confidence that with this now migration that we have moved on, the kind of products that we are going to be having, the services will be more attractive to this young generation, and therefore motivate them and tell them there is something that they can be able to benefit, and we bring them on board. So I think those are the main questions. The rest, of course, some came through online, but what we are going to do is that we are going to reply them. We are going to have a matrix and respond to them so that we don't spend so much time on this. So we are always with you, and we will be able to give feedback to any question. Even you yourself, you have seen in the core banking, there is something that we talked about, the ticketing, contact us. Even at your free time and you find something that you don't understand, you may take advantage of that, and you will be able to respond accordingly. I thank you. Yes, I'm told that our partners want to leave CIC, and they had wanted a 1 minute just to say a word. So, being our team which has guided us with our loans, I think is good and fair. And you can also ask them any question that you want. So maybe take 1 minute before we call the supervisor chair to come and give their report. We are lucky. We have ladies from CIC. Congratulations, ladies. Jipigieni makofi.
All protocol observed. Thank you very much for the opportunity. The day is so long, there's so much to be done. As we had mentioned earlier, we truly appreciate your patronage and everything that you are doing with us at CIC. And we hope that going forward, we'll be able to do so much more. And that we can be able to grow together, we can cover your loans, you can be able to invest with us, and any other product that you feel would be of interest to you, we would be happy to have you join us. As we have mentioned before some of you came, we are hoping that going forward, you can be able to, as a society, with your permission, you can allow your members as they are able, they'll be able to make the decision wisely to be able to invest with us. So thank you very much for the opportunity, and we hope that going forward, we will be able to do so much more together. We appreciate your patronage. Okay.
Thank you, CIC, for being there and saying something to our members. We really appreciate. As we were progressing, we also have the cooperative office, which is now the mother ministry, also represented here. They'll have the opportunity maybe to be able to say something. Now, I'll go back to my agenda, and now I'm at number 6, consideration and adoption of the Supervisory Committee report. So I call upon the supervisory team to come and represent their report. Meanwhile, I'll assure the online that we are sampling your questions, and at least some of them are going to be reacted on the podium. Thank you.
Honorable members here and those joining online, with all protocol observed, tusalamiane hewani. Bwana asifiwe. Yeah, my name is Mary Kurgat, and I'm the secretary to the Supervisory Committee. My chairman, Mr. John Guyo, is joining online virtually because of duties away from Nairobi in the northeastern county. And our honorable member, a team to the supervisory committee, Mr. Henry Sese, is also here. Maybe he can wave. So I take this opportunity on behalf of the supervisory committee. I am honored to welcome you to the 43rd annual general meeting of Wana-Anga Sacco, and to present to you our supervisory report for the year 2024. Your presence here, members, reflects a strong commitment to our Sacco's growth and good governance. We thank you for continued trust and support. The mandate for supervisory committee, which played its oversight role throughout the year 2024, and it remains steadfast in promoting transparency, integrity, compliance, hence ensuring that the Sacco's safety, soundness, and compliance with policies, laws, and regulations were observed. As an independent committee, the supervisory committee monitored Sacco operations, audited internal controls, evaluated the performance of both the management, the board, and the management. Supervisory committee ensured that all transactions were accurate, honest, aligned with the Cooperative Societies Act, SASRA, bylaws of the Sacco, and also the internal Sacco policies. Supervisory committee's emphasis were on areas such as internal borrowing, loan disbursement and recovery, investments, internal controls, the Sacco expenditure, and also the customer care to the members. Through our quarterly reports to the board and the sub-county cooperative officer, the supervisory committee highlighted key audit issues, recommended improvements, and fostered a culture of integrity through transparency and accountability in order to safeguard members' interests. Its overarching goal was to minimize financial risks, protect members' assets, and ensure the Sacco's sustained growth and excellence in service delivery. And Supervisory Committee commends the board for implementing most areas that needed improvements as recommended by the Supervisory Committee in the year 2024. I will go to the Sacco performance overview in the year 2024. And I am glad to report to the members that Wana-Anga Sacco remains stable during the year under review, despite a challenging financial and business environment. The Sacco experienced members' exits due to various factors, including retirements. And a total member of 58 exited the Sacco during the year under review. And despite this setback, we commend the board for successfully recruiting 94 new members within the same period. That demonstrated resilience and a commitment to growth. On income and expenditure, in the year 2024, the Supervisory Committee noted an improvement in income from approximately Kenya shillings 176 million in the year 2023 to Kenya shillings 188 million approximately in the year 2024. We again commend the board for implementing the recommendations by the Supervisory Committee on income improvements. We trust that the board will continue working closely with the members and also in benchmarking with other SACCOs to expand investment, hence to boost income and long-term sustainability of the SACCO. On expenditure, the board's budgetary oversight committee is commended, especially in aligning spending with the SACCO policy. Still, more vigorous control is needed to immediately cap over expenditure of some fourth heads and ensure that quarterly reviews and internal audit verification are strictly enforced. Supervisory Committee appreciates the board for acting on their recommendations throughout the year and recommends that a more vigorous and immediate policy review is essential to align expenditure with financial performance and member expectations. On loan to members, in the year 2024, the Supervisory Committee observed a decrease in loan uptake, and that affected our income from loans, which then went down by about 1.5 million. That's from 159 million approximately in the year 2023 to about 158 million in the year 2024. We further observed that out of the about 3,300 membership of Wana-Anga, only a quarter, which is about 657 members, took Wana-Anga Sacco loans in the year 2024. That's a small number. Just a quarter of us took loans in the year 2024. And our question to members is, where did we then seek our financial needs from? Is it from other financial institutions? And as you know that interest from loans forms the backbone of the SACCO's income. And this directly affects the dividends declared to members at the end. Supervisory Committee then challenges and encourages all members to make greater use of the Sacco's loan products. They are competitively priced and member-friendly. Increased borrowing boosts income, ensures the Sacco's growth, and improves the dividend payout to all members. The supervisory committee noted that there was a slight decrease in loan defaults in the year 2023 as compared to the year 2024 as compared to the year 2023. And you can see the figures there. There was a slight decrease from 89 million approximately to about 84 million. Therefore, the supervisory committee urges the loanees to ensure that they pay their loans promptly to avoid extra charges, which comes from the debt collectors, the fees which is charged from the debt collectors, and also to avoid being listed in CRBs. Additionally, we also urge our members to increase their monthly share contributions to strengthen our capital base and reduce over-reliance on fixed depositors. Strong shareholding increases the Sacco's lending power and sustainability. Let us all recommit to the spirit of cooperative growth, where we build together and benefit together. We also highlighted on documents filing, and the supervisory committee appreciates the board's initial steps towards improving on document filing and acknowledges the intent to modernize the system as recommended by the supervisory committee. We urge the board to fast-track the digitalization of the registry for improved service delivery to members. On the strategic plan, the supervisory committee acknowledges the board's continuous implementation of the strategic plan and appreciates its efforts under constrained resources. We urge the board to allocate resources and undertake regular monitoring and evaluation of the implementation of the strategic plan to ensure the Sacco remains on track. We are also presenting to you on Wana-Anga Sacco staff, and here the supervisory committee appreciates the enriched customer service and public relations by the staff. The CEO and the team reaffirm their dedication to treating all members with respect because the Sacco belongs to the members. In return, we also encourage members to uphold mutual respect and understanding when dealing with the staff. This boosts their morale and also their productivity. The chairman of the board talked a bit on the next of kin and information updates, and we also, as the supervisory committee, urge the members to update their personal information in the Sacco, because by updating your next of kin, it actually prevents future misunderstandings, delays, or legal disputes regarding to benefits or claims in the unfortunate event of illness or death. Keeping this information current ensures that benefits are accessed smoothly as is intended by the member. On another item, which is communication channels, the members are encouraged to utilize the Sacco online portal to access account statements and information. The Supervisory Committee appreciates the new co-banking system because it has a ticketing structure for tracking reports, reported member complaints and inquiries. This is expected then to be more effective and will help in resolving account-related queries for individual members. On ATM services, which we also encourage our members to apply for ATMs for those who have not applied. Members also who have not collected their cards are encouraged to do so from the Sacco office as soon as possible. This is for the convenience of the members. And soon, the payments of dividends will be accessed through the same, which is through the Sacco ATM. So we urge all members, those who have not registered, to get their ATM cards, and those who have registered and not yet picked, to pass by the office and pick their cards. Finally, the Supervisory Committee urge all members to continue with the spirit of saving more, borrowing wisely, investing prudently, and repaying promptly for a healthy society that will meet your current and future financial needs. May the Almighty God bless you all and enable Wana-Anga to soar to even greater heights. This is on behalf of the Chairman of Supervisory Committee, Mr. John Guyo. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Supervisory Committee, for the report. Now accept the report or reject the report. We need to, before we discuss that report, who are accepting that we accept the report? Seconder? Oh, only 5233. Yeah, that is the report for Supervisory Committee, and we would also maybe give a reaction on the same than not allowing you to comment. Any comment, appreciation for the Supervisory Committee report? Oh, take the mic there.
Good morning.
Morning.
I'm Elizabeth, and about that report which has been given.
Member number?
2985. We have been told about good officers in the office. But me, I have a problem with the office. There are officers there who are not friendly. They don't have courteous. Even when you make calls, they cannot receive your call. When you try to ask something about your loan, they answer you the way you want, the way they want. So we can say that we agree with the report, but we have a problem. Me, I'm one bitter member, and Mr. Muriuki knows that. About my loan. At my age, nimechukua loan kwa miaka mingi hapa. Na sijawahi fuatilia hapa kwa ofisi, ati loan yangu itakatwa aje, ama itaanza kukatwa lini. Mwishowe nilipochukua loan, nilikatwa na nikapenaltiwa 22,000, which pains me up to today. I've never followed the office for my loan to be deducted. Loan yangu iko supposed kuisha hii mwezi, lakini naonyeshwa itaisha December. I don't understand. I'm a very bitter. Tuambie watoto wetu waingie hapa. But already my children wamesikia nikiteta. I have a problem with the office.
Thank you. I like that member because it's good to say what is in yourself. And that is very, very important. And I think we are taking it very seriously. And what is possible to be done will be done.
Good morning. May I also voice my reaction to that report on two things. One is on the mention of the prompt servicing of the loans. The chairman also mentioned about the defaulters. Now my question is, what did the analysis of the defaulters reveal to us? He mentioned that greater bit of the defaulters are people who have the ability to pay. Why are they not paying? And what was what did they give as a surety when the loans were given? That report has talked about prompt servicing of the loans, and I want to speak to something related to what has just spoken to. Suppose you have been given a loan has been advanced to you, commencement date is stated maybe, and is supposed to be done through check-off for those who are employed. What happens when there is a delay in the commencement of the deductions? Are the members expected to receive the information about it, or it can commence later and then we only realize that it has been extended and then there's a penalty levied on it? I would like that to come out clearly. I think it could be related to what he's talking about. Thank you.
And bring it here, then there. Karibuni, karibuni. We have chairs up to the end on the other side.
Thank you, Chair. I want to comment the supervisory report. But I want to say that the supervisory, don't praise them so much. Waswahili wanasema ukiwasifu sana mgema ukimsifu sana tembo akaweka maji, si ndio? So don't praise them so much. You have also mentioned that Wana-Anga is stable, but I would wish that word is backed with some ratios and trends to convince us that we are stable. I want to comment on the loan uptake. And from the report is that the loan uptake has gone down. I know that there are certain members who have applied for loans, but their loans have been reduced. Probably in appraising these loans, when appraising the loan applied for, then you advise that you take a loan. But Chairman, I think even a shopkeeper is glad when the products in the shelf are moving out, so that you bring some new products and you sell out and you make more profits. What I want to comment on is that we have young people who are just employed recently. And these people have applied for loans. I think these are categories of people who, when you are appraising their loans, you could give them the upper priority so that you empty your shelves to these people. Because they are employed by the government will not stop functioning tomorrow, and they will be put off of the payroll. So consider them so that these people can invest at this point in time. If you can tail their loans, that you give them less, and they are not able to invest, then even when they retire, they will have nothing. And you know, when someone is coming for a loan, he has already known how much is going to be out of the pay slip. So if you deny this person the loan, then that means that the pay slip remains with a lot of money. So this money is channeled somewhere else. Of course, when you are appraising a loan like mine, a retiree like me, I don't mind even if you put many spectacles. Because my income is no longer, is now fluctuating, isn't it? It's fluctuating. So I'm kindly requesting, look at these Gen Zs. I remember in this cooperative society, we had somebody called Mutua Munguti. Yeah? The old man had so many children, very bright ones. The old man, wherever he is, must be enjoying, because the society paid his school fees without regard of what was his net salary. He must be enjoying. So look at these Gen Zs. When we are talking of the risk, look at where the risk is high and where the risk is low. I remember one gentleman applied for a loan, just employed, is already only 6 years in service. He's applying for 1.5 and is given 800,000. That means that his plans are already distorted. And not because he cannot pay, but, oh, you have guaranteed so and so, you have guaranteed so and so, you have guaranteed so and so, so we cannot give you that much. So you see, these are the issues. So relook again the loan appraisal. Thank you.
Member number 1229, the supervisory committee, I want to advise you on one thing. Kindly be sensitive to members. You are a watchdog, we expect you to be like sniffer dogs. So when you hear an outcry somewhere, you should be the very first people to check what's happening and, if possible, issue a statement. Recently, when I think they were working on the system, there were something. Okay, it has been explained here by Rick that loan arrears means, you know, we didn't know what loan arrears meant. But you see, everybody's getting a message, you have a loan arrears, loan arrears. So people are complaining and crying. And the only thing we can be told is that, can you call the office? So now, 20 people call the office. The people who are being called in the office get tired of calls. They now don't even want to respond to those calls. The supervisory committee can run there and get what the problem is and respond to members that when you're told it's a loan arrears, it means that you are late in paying a loan. Then people will understand. Rather than people make a lot of noise, and when we are making those noise, sometimes we discuss them with our agencies as or catch scene. And when they hear us complaining that way, they say, then joining Wana-Anga will just put me in a mess. I'll be getting messages telling me that I have arrears. So the SC as a watchdog, I want to advise that they be sensitive. Very sensitive that any issue arising, you should be the ones having the answer, not even the board of management. Thank you.
And the last one, unless there's somebody else, then we can react to those.
Thank you very much, Chairman. First I have to recognize young members of Wana-Anga. Can you stand up? We see you, these young ones. Yeah, these are the Gen Zs we have now. Can you clap for them? Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay. The supervisory report is also showing that there's exit number for retirees is just too high. So I think to manage this, according to me, might be simple. If I refuse to die and I retire, because I know there's something that I'm supposed to be given, that money, and I go back to Mr. Steve Okumu, that money, why can't we make it to become maybe an insurance, something that will take care of Mzee as he ages? This will make this Mzee to bring his pension back and start taking care of himself. Number two, ATM, I think now it is outdated. We don't want to carry money in our pockets. I don't know whether we have them banking, where it goes direct to your phone and then you start transacting through your phone. Thank you.
Thank you. I think that marks the end of the question. Then I'll give the chairman or the chairman to appoint somebody to react on the same, or because there are very pertinent questions that need to be answered. But maybe on what Mr. Okachi is saying about the insurance of the old age or the exit, insurance cannot be carried forward, because if you refuse to die, somebody else dies and that multiplication went to that person. So it cannot be carried forward. Chairman, come in. Yeah.
Some of them. Yeah, thank you again. And karibuni the Gen Zs. We are happy when we see you because you are the future. Yes. Let me start by apologizing to that lady because she said she is very bitter, and she said the treasurer knows about it. I think those are not the kind of issues that really Wana-Anga should be. That's an administrative issue, and we are going to handle it administratively. And the CEO has taken it personally, and I believe it can still be solved today. I'm still getting some questions even on online, as we had some discussions. But on the issue of the defaulters, someone raised the question on the defaulters and asked, these are people who are capable of paying, like they default. What is the Sacco doing? Why do they default? Let me tell you, if you decide to default, you are just a criminal. Sinikweli. You should belong to the committee, because that is purely stealing. You have come deliberately to the Sacco to steal so that the guarantors can suffer and the Sacco suffers. It is not easy, because you might be seeing that person even walking around here. Anatembea tu na unamwona tu. What am I supposed to do? You know, in the corporate movement, it's very simple. You, as the guarantor, you are the person who said, I know this person very well. Na aki default, I'll take the liability. I will not go to police station and report this guy has refused to pay. The first thing that we do is that if you have any deposit with us, that deposit is removed and credited to your loan account, you reduce it. If you have got any saving or any asset with us, we remove it. But whatever remains and it cannot be recovered by any other means, then it has to go to the guarantor. Of course, even before we go to the guarantor, we use the debt correctors, because that's the legal mechanism which is around in a system. So the debt corrector will follow, and if by any means the debt corrector is also unable to correct, because the debt corrector again may not also use force, there must be a law. We normally go to the tribunal. Yes, cooperative tribunal. And a judgment is made that Okash, I'm just giving an example, yeah, or Gujiri has refused to pay this loan. Can the court give a court order to auction his or her property. We have gone to that extent. And the court issues a court order. The next thing is that now the Sacco is asked, can you go and trace what does Gojiri has? You see, that's another task. By the time you go that process, the Sacco is suffering. So we have already said, let them learn concurrently. Because the court process and those processes may take long, the guarantor will have to start repaying part of the loan. When we get this defaulter and we sell property, however long it may take, we will still refer back to them. So it is not a straightforward issue of saying that somebody is capable and somebody is walking around here and the chairman, you are seeing this person, why are you deducting me? It is a bit of a challenge. The cooperative movement was made on trust. But you have seen of late, that trust sometimes is fading. That is why we are even encouraging, why don't we use the collateral for the loans? But the guarantor is still the primary way of going about it. So ladies and gentlemen, members, I really sympathize, especially when somebody is being attached for a guarantor who is still alive. And I said, if you are dead, CIC takes it up. But when you are still alive and enjoying life, honestly speaking, that is not fair. Let me remind you that in our new core banking system that you have just launched today, if a member defaults in a loan within 3 months, the message goes to the defaulter. At the same time, the system is also able to send the same to the guarantor. You are also, and you are told here by the ICT officer, within the same portal, when you log in, you are able to see how many people you have guaranteed and how much, and how the member is also paying there. So it's also your responsibility, as good as the person is your friend. Log in the system, see whether it's Gojiri is paying the loan that you guaranteed, so that we help each other. I think that is an area that all of us, and I know the credit committee are here, I know the kind of challenge we get when you got that kind of membership. Yes, to Robert, you asked about loan uptake. Yes, we understand. You are saying that we also be lenient, which is true. Actually, we call it humanitarian ground. So you are saying when you are placing, we want to ensure that the member get the full amount of loan. If you apply for $1 million, they don't give you 900,000. But let me tell you, each and every game has got a rule. If you don't follow the credit policy and you use jargon rules of humanitarian ground, I can tell you, the chairman will be told you are favoring so and so and disadvantaging there so and so. So I would also wish, even as we become more human, the members themselves, they ensure that they comply.